What is going on, YouTube? How you guys doing? Welcome to the channel and welcome to my 1973 or no 74 CT90. I just finally got it running half-ass okay. So it has a Piranha 140 in it. And it has a 26 millimeter carb Chinese, which I just bought a Makuna today to make it right. And then also I have upgraded back tires, which these are 3-inch and those are 2.5s. They do rub. I'll probably go back to 2.5s, and then I don't know what I'll do for the front. But yes, it is 12 volt. Everything is LED now. So this light is LED. I converted. My gauge cluster is LED, and then also, you could see in there, I converted my front headlight to LED too. That one, if you guys want more information on how I did that, I'll show you. But I used an old LED out of my Tacoma, because I got upgraded ones and I put that in there. This intake looks like it's on, but it's not. It's actually, has a little filter right there, but I like the look. But the new carb, I have plans to actually hooking up everything, making it look right. And then, yeah, it looks great. I'm about to go on about a 20-mile trip right now to the next town over, because I have to go over to my mother-in-law's house and help her with her AC unit. So wish me luck. And then I do have some goodies in there that I will show you guys here shortly, but we're gonna stop and we're gonna go for a ride. See you guys in a little bit. All right, let's go. Hopefully we don't get rained on here. Hey, thank you. I have the meta glasses. No, I don't have any. Mine broke. Yeah, I broke mine.
Wait, can I rev it?
No, it's not. It can't. It's old.
What are those meta glasses?
Yeah.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, guys. Later. Little kids. Oh no, it's raining. You didn't get soaked, so that's a good thing. Now put this back here. And she made it okay. Let's shut this off. Alright, so we made it fine, just a-okay, no issues whatsoever. Drove perfectly. I did like about 45 the whole way here to 50. So if it's not raining, I'm going to go up a little mountain that's over here called Rocky Hill and back down it. So wish me luck. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I'm back, and I need to go back to Visalia, which is about a 15-mile drive back to where I live. But my tires seem kind of low. I did bring a product with me. Let's see here. I wanted to talk to you about this new product that I did get sent to me. It's a Auto One air compressor and jump pack combined that does diesels. So this is one of their flagship models, but it's very convenient. Put it in your backpack. You're ready to rock and roll. My tires seemed a little low, so we're gonna air them up. Use the air up feature on this, and this I haven't opened it yet, but it comes with a super long air chuck and jumper cables that plug in. This is my second one that they did send to me, because I got two because I'm special like that. And this Auto One air compressor and jump pack, and it does have USB on the side and USB-C. So you can charge and you can use it as just a regular battery pack too. So, but right now we're going to use the feature for airing up the tires. Let's put this bad boy on. All right, so that's it. You just screw it in. So now we're going to grab this guy and we're going to find the, let's see here, where is it at? Max PSI right here. It does say 41 PSI, but we're gonna air this bad boy up to about 35 because 40 seems a little wild. Let's do 30. So it gets clipped on. Okay, and then we're going to go to 30 PSI on this bad boy and press start. Now this should air up your tire within like a few seconds, maybe about 45 seconds, depending on how low. It looked like my tire was extremely low. It was like 5 PSI, so you shouldn't do that. But from 5 PSI probably to about 30 PSI within about 45 seconds. And we're gonna do the back too. We're gonna check that out. Okay. So now we're gonna take this off. Alright, now we're gonna fill this up. Okay, now that was at 36 PSI. It went from about 6 PSI to about 36 PSI. So about 30 PSI it jumped in probably about 30 seconds. Okay, and then this cap goes back on. So let me actually show you. So if you ever do run into a issue and you want to jump with it, you just open up this right here and you just plug this in just like this. Okay, and the green light right there is telling you that it actually has 12 volts to start your vehicle and ready to rock and roll. And you really don't have to do anything else. You just put this on. It already has the function on it where it's already giving it 12 volts, so it's already ready for like a boost jump. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy, something you could put in your trunk and store away, or bring it for you on a bike ride, and just in case if something happens, you got best of both worlds here. So, and you get a little light, which is pretty cool. So right here it's showing you that the capacity is 59.2 kilowatts, and the output on the chargers are 5 volt at 2.4 amps. So this is pretty good, and it says maximum pressure on this is 150 PSI. So that is pretty freaking awesome. You could fill up semi tires. And like I said, the start voltage is at 12 volts. So that's awesome. All right, let's put this up. So just like that, fits in there. Auto one. Go get yourself one. There will be a link down at the bottom, and a little bit of the proceeds do go to me if you do get them. Like I said, they have a smaller version, especially for motorcycles. So this is great to have. Just highly recommend. All right, I did try to kick it once, but I'm gonna try to kick it again. Look at that. Turn on the fuel just a little bit. All right. Blow this popsicle stand. You think we yeah, let's go for a little ride up in the go to Rocky Hill. Got enough time. Alright, YouTube, so this is the beginning of Rocky Hill of Exeter, California. Everybody goes and likes to run. A little bit of an incline. And it's raining. Great. Doing about 32, 33 going up this. It's a pretty steep incline. Chugging along pretty good, third gear. Little wound out, just all butt if I need to. Do a bit of lean action. Look at that view. Isn't it beautiful? All of the Central Valley. There you have it. We made it all the way to the top with really no issues and perfectly fine. And all right, so we're gonna head back down, but you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna just coast down this thing. See what we can do here. Yeah, it's about a 200 feet elevation, I think. That's what it was. Maybe 3. Alright, YouTube. I got back from my ride. I am cold. It started sprinkling on me on the way back. What happened when I was coming down the hill, my glasses actually died on me. So I didn't have any footage of me coming back, but there wasn't really anything exciting. I did have to stop at CVS and get my wife her medicine. So after me riding probably about 30 miles altogether, things that I ordered already just today was that carb, and I did get a smaller rear sprocket. This is a 45 tooth. I am going down to a 40 tooth, so I'm going down 5 teeth on this because it does have a lot of power and it keeps on wanting to go. But another thing I want to fix is this freaking handle. It is really annoying. See that play in it? Like, I gotta fix that because it's not. When I go to like when I come to a stop, it wants to just go up. It's hard. So like I came to almost a stop and I went to like brake, and like I don't know what happened. I don't know, but yeah, this needs to get fixed. And then also there's like some vibration in the back, and I don't know if there's anything I could do, but I think like the brakes are going to they're good, but I'm gonna probably need to be getting a little bit better brakes and figure that out. I don't think that there's really anything I can do, but I'll look into it. Other than that, it did great. I'm gonna get new seat covers, a new seat for the back. Well, we'll find out about the back. So I'm gonna end up putting like a metal, take my dad's metal can for the back of his bike. So yeah, it ran great. I had no other issues. It's great. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I did 45, 50 miles an hour. It is a little sketchy, but you can do it, and I had fun. So thank you for watching Scootski. I'm gonna start documenting a lot more of this bike as I go through. Like I'm gonna probably document on looking into this and how I can fix this, me putting the new sprocket on, me putting that new carb on, and all the other little stuff, because I'm gonna go through the whole bike. All this stuff right here, I'm gonna try to get off with some steel wool and just clean it off as much as possible because it needs it, and just kind of spiff it up so it doesn't look like a rag doll going down the road. So thank you for watching Scootski. I appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down at the bottom. And I think I'm going to eventually, we're going to put this on the back of my Tacoma, and we'll probably go up in the mountains and go putter around maybe in like the next week or so. So maybe this weekend, I don't know, because my wife is going to be in Vegas and I have some free time. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See you guys later. Bye.